Hello, friends. Hello, everybody. I'm Meena Tilakraj, your inner power optimizer, a passionate storyteller, and a travelism expert. Friends, it's been a long time since I've connected with y'all, but at the moment, there's a lot of talk about Women's Day. Though Women's Day was yesterday, of course, but I have come on today for a specific reason. Because on Women's Day, there are so many lives happening, so many programs happening. So I just wanted to let you enjoy all that and today peacefully join me. So here I am, and let's talk about Women's Day. First of all, a woman. A woman, my dear friends, is not just a gender or a physical form. It's a consciousness, a dimension, and an expression of being. That's a woman. They say 8th of March is International Women's Day. But I say every moment is a woman's moment, because every moment of woman is at it. With grit, with courage, with strength, with charm, she's at it. So every moment is a woman's moment. Because without her, humankind would not even exist, right? Woman, womanhood, and the feminine consciousness. All these are existential necessities, not only for a peaceful and productive society or a family and the world, but also for the basic existence of life. That's how essential it is. There can be no birth without a woman. The egg can be fertilized, but not born. You need a woman. So, woman is a creator. She's the protector. She's the keeper of all the energies of well-being and peace and joy and growth and progress of the entire family. By form and function, a woman is born with all the relevant attributes and the qualities required for her role, which makes her a SwayamSiddha, and which means the one who's born self-empowered. SwayamSiddha. Yes, Mr. Mukesh Bhandari, you have mentioned bring them on camera. I don't understand this. Can you please explain? Anyway, going further. So each time we speak about women who inspire, of course, a lot of well-known names pop up, Indian and international. India has no dearth of women achievers. Okay, so we have Rani Jhansi, of course Sita, the first one. Then we have the Rani of Jhansi, we have Draupadi, we have Savitri Bai, Phule, we have Jijamata, Indira Gandhi, of course, Kalpana Chawla, and then internationally we have Margaret Thatcher, we have Helen Keller, Malala Yousafzai, and of course Anne Frank, Madame Curie, and there are so many more, you know. The list goes on. But yet, if you count the numbers and compare them to the world population, 7.5 billion, I think the numbers of women achievers is very small. Very small. There are reasons, and you all know the reasons. At one time, at least in India, it was so, that the woman was worshipped. All the goddesses for all the essentials of life are women goddesses, female goddesses. We have Lakshmi, we have Saraswati, we have Annapurna, isn't it? We have Durga, we have Kali, and so on. So all these are women goddesses, female goddesses. And yet, today, we all know what is the state that we are in. All the same, being a SwayamSiddha is not just the propriety of women of status or women of financial standing or women of a particular birth, of a particular caste. No. It's not about who you are or where you are. It's about what you are and how you do things, how you express your womanhood. That is the SwayamSiddha concept, right? If you ever give a second thought or a second look to the humble, nameless and unsung women of the street, I call them the goddesses of the street. They are most ordinary, probably even the ordinary maid who comes to work in your house. Have you ever cared to really look at them beyond them being a maid? Have you ever kind of spoken to them? Have you ever asked them their stories? Try and listen to them. And you will find, please excuse me for a moment. Just a moment, please. So, if you ever try to find out about them, you will be surprised at the kind of life they live, of course, but you will be surprised at the kind of grit they show in the face of the odds of life that they face. And as we all know, motherhood is the gentlest thing and the fiercest thing, right? So these women go to all lengths to see that their children are fed, and many of them now even make sure that their children are educated because they want to give them the possibility of a better future than what they have, right? And what all they go through to do that. They're so fierce in their commitment. And many of these women have good for nothing, non-contributing, even alcoholic and wife-beating husbands. And they contribute nothing. But yet, these women are fighting it out. What is that? Isn't she a woman of substance? We talk about big names, but in comparison to what their situation is and the way they are fighting it out, isn't that something to be appreciated, something which deserves a salute, a salam? So that one is also a SwayamSiddha. She's empowered enough to do what she's doing in the face of all that she's going through, right? I have seen these SwayamSiddhas. on the streets. Early morning, if you go down for a walk, you'll see these women coming to work and all that. All of them. So what is it? What is it that we celebrate as Women's Day or womanhood? It is this grit which the woman faces day in and day out. She shows this grit and she goes through life, through all her hardships. Friends, these women are often even sole breadwinners. Sole breadwinners. They get assaulted, they get, neglected by their family, and yet they are doing their duty, they are feeding the whole family. I once happened to ask a couple of them, we kind of city-bred women, we so-called educated women, we said, but why the hell don't you push him out of the house? She said, no, mera tilak to hai na. So her only thing is that as long as he's in the house, even if he's not contributing, at least she's protected, nobody else will cast an evil eye on her. That is why she looks after him. Mera tilak to hai, meri bindi to hai. So they also deserve a salute. Women's Day, kya? Every moment is their moment. Long ago, I used to travel by local trains to go to work. Okay? And there used to be these groups of women who would be traveling together. And I would see them every morning. What they would be doing is somebody is stitching, hemming something, putting a fall to her sari, doing some crochet, and some of them would be praying their prayer books and all. And some of them would be busy enjoying a game of Antakshari also. You know what is the game of Antakshari. It's, for those who don't know, so if there are any foreigners out here who don't know, it's a game of songs, of singing. You sing with the last alphabet with which the previous person has finished. So you start with that. Anyway, so they play Antakshari. And in the evening when they're coming back, on their way down to the station, they have bought some fruits, they have bought some vegetables and all. And when they come back, they are peeling the vegetables, they are cutting the vegetables, they are, they're getting it ready so that they save that much time when they go home and they'll cook. Okay. Now, occasionally, whenever there is a function, whenever there's a festival or something, so these women come all dressed up. And they are dressed up in their traditional clothes, in their traditional jewelry. And, oh, you're looking so pretty today. You're looking so nice today. Oh, this is suiting you. And every day you look so ordinary, but today you're looking very special, and things like that. And then they share, this, so-and-so gifted me, my sister gifted me this sari. Or, when I went for a holiday, I bought it from there. I got this. Last year when I got my bonus, I bought these pair of earrings. So they would be talking about all that. They would be sharing, their stories with one another. And often when after the holiday season, when they come in, I used to see many of them sharing their photographs, showing their photographs, that I went for a holiday and this is what I did, this is what I did. And the fun of it is that none of these women, friends, this group, none of them have visited each other's home. They don't know any member of their family. Okay, their friendship is only whilst going up and going down, to and fro. They don't meet elsewhere. But they know everything about each other. They know their family members, they know their problems, they know their, their rituals that they do, their events, their occasions, they know everything about them, okay? But they haven't met anybody. And they speak with each other as if they know, as if it's one big joint family. Oh, what about so and so? You know, last time you told me that he was unwell. What about him? Oh, so this one had gone for a holiday. Has he come back? He had gone for a transfer. Has he come back? And so on, you know. How did your son fare for his exam? How did your daughter? How was your daughter's marriage? How are her in-laws? And so on. They keep sharing these things in the train. And initially, I used to think, oh my God, it's such a tough life for them that they have to commute every day. Imagine they have been commuting for years together. And some of them have started off as young girls and they have become grandmothers and they're still traveling on the same train, same timing, and every day. And they're still friends with the same group. Okay? This is how it is. So I used to wonder, I said, oh my God, how tough their life is. But then when I spoke to them and I found out, they said they look forward to their commute in the train every day, morning and evening. That is, according to them, the best part of the day for them. Right? So they enjoy that. Because perhaps that's the only time when they have this escape from their humdrum life, from their lackluster life, or even from their not so happy life, you know, to use a mild term. Maybe when they go home, their family members, you know, they're not very happy the way they are treated or whatever. And for them, this is an escape. So for them, these commuting times were the best time of the day, and they look forward to it. They don't mind the rush, they don't mind the trouble, they don't mind anything, but they come. And you'll be surprised to know, we talk a lot about forming, you know, everyone should have a circle of power, should have a circle of energy, should have certain friends, should have certain people whom you can depend upon, and kind of a thing. But for them, it is naturally this group which becomes their circle of cope. I call it cope because it is circle of power and energy. And it helps them to cope with all their issues, with all their challenges, whatever they face, and also to have the joy of sharing everything. And amongst these ladies, whenever somebody has a problem, someone becomes a mentor, somebody becomes a supporter, someone becomes a kind of an advisor. So among them, they help them sort out their issues also. So these women find a lot of comfort in this group. It's so beautiful. When I came to know about this, it was so wonderful. I mean, I was totally overwhelmed. Earlier, I was overwhelmed with awe about, oh my God, it is such a tough life for them. But later on, I was overwhelmed with the thought as to how beautifully they kind of sort their issues out. But is this really enough? It's not. Though they have found their niche, but this is not enough. In a country like India, where, I mean, women was worshipped, where kind of even prostitutes were respected. At that time, it was, they were called Devadasis, right? Of course, there are different types of Devadasis, right? So Devadasis were respected. And now, even basic safety and security is an issue. And we are talking about celebrating Women's Day. Some of us, I included, we are fortunate that we are born in certain families where the female child is not discriminated against. But otherwise, India is huge. There are many Indias. The India which is urbanized India is a very small section of India. Go into the interiors and see. Go into the villages and see. Little by little, of course, with television, with radio, with magazines, with publicity and all that, with internet, there is a change. I won't say there is no change. There is a change. But is the change enough? It's not. It's not. So, all that I can say now is that, at least the way I see it, that Women's Day is basically, I would say, it's perhaps a kind of a reminder as to what can we do, what all can we do, how can we contribute. Hi Parul ji, how are you? Glad to see you. I wonder whether there are many others also, but though I can't make out, but all the same. So, what can we do? Women's Day, actually it should be every moment is a woman's moment. But if there is an International Women's Day, it should at least serve us as a reminder. A reminder of the fact as to what can we do, what are we doing to really make it a celebration. Being a woman is a celebration. Otherwise, I mean, going back into the talk, I would even, I hope nobody takes offense at this, but even the abuses are directed towards a woman's body parts or a woman's role. And it's not only in India, it's global. Yeah, if a woman is threatened, she'll be threatened by rape. She'll be threatened by being defaced. She'll be threatened by being locked up. I mean, why all this? And we say Women's Day. I don't know whether one should celebrate Women's Day or take this opportunity, as I said earlier, be reminded, or maybe to take some action to ensure that we really celebrate womanhood, that we are happy to have feminine energy women around us, that we are happy to be born as a woman. We do something to bring ourselves to that level. The government has to do things to create policies, to create laws, to create situations which are for safety and security and protection of the woman. But even women themselves have to reclaim, have to reignite their inner powers. We are born with it. As women, we are born with certain attributes and qualities. We have to put them in play. We have to, again reignite those energies. We have to do all that. We can't just say, I'm a poor woman. I'm a weak woman. Oh, I'm a woman, so I can't do this. No. We have a lot of energy. We have a lot of power. We have to do that. And we have to all get together. One more point which I will mention is very often it's women who are, sort of pulling down other women. Why is it that always it's a sister-in-law or a mother-in-law who is the, the so-called vamp in the picture? Why? Why is it not the father-in-law or the brother-in-law? If they talk about father-in-law, brother-in-law, they'll say, oh, he's nice, but the mother-in-law is like that. Ya fir, it's the father-in-law and brother-in-law who torture physically, and the mother-in-law and sister-in-law will torture emotionally, mentally. Why? Let us all, decide to support one another and remind one another that we are strong. This is, for me, it's become a mission. Because very often people ask me, how come you're so energetic? How come you're so pleasant all the time? How come you look so active all the time, even at your age? And one, I can say that I was fortunate to be born in a family which did not discriminate. But then coming through all these years in my life, of course, I have had my ups and downs, and I've had my trials and tribulations and challenges also. But at the same time, it is something within me which helped me go through, something within me, that inner power, that the fact that I'm a woman, but I'm not weak. That helped me go through. And it's become my mission of inspiring others. And very often, I've heard many women say, oh, next life I don't want to be born as a woman. I want to be born as a man. And then, of course, there are some women who say, I don't want another life. Bas ho gaya. But no, I want to come back. And I want to come back as a woman. And I want to come back again with the same trials and tribulations. I don't mind these challenges. Because if there are no challenges, there's no success, there's nothing to win, there's nothing to kind of fight and go through. So I don't mind challenges, or I love challenges. And because when you overcome that challenge, when you rise above that challenge, that sense of achievement that you have is so strong. And with that, you can inspire others also. That is what I would like to do. So I want to come back. I want to come back, be reborn, not once, but so many times over, as a woman. And I would like to be an example. I want my tears and smiles. I want my challenges and problems. I want everything. I want my triumphs and my tribulations. Everything. So that through my achievements, through my inner power, I will overcome them. And by overcoming them, I will have achievements. And through my achievements, I would like to inspire. That womanhood is a celebration. I am privileged. Thank you to all of you for being here with me, for listening to me. And I hope you do have some takeaway from this live. I would love to hear from you. Please let me know. Please share your experiences with me. And if you ever wish to speak to me, you can connect with me on Messenger. You can connect with me on WhatsApp. I shall put my WhatsApp number on this video when I post it on Facebook. And you can connect with me on that. Okay? Thank you once again. Thank you everybody for sparing your time. Love you all. Happy womanhood. Bye.